Hi everybody, in this video I will show you how to test the robot.equals method in the fashion lab that we are working on. So if you look at the testing notes, you'll see the description in the World Wardrobe class. So this is, by the way, after you've written the dot equals method, which I believe is 6D. So if you look under robot, 6D, you should have written the dot equals method, but you don't really know how to test it. Let's see if we could test it based off what we have. So this is not the easiest method to test just by right-clicking on it. If I right-click on this robot and go to Boolean equals, I can make a new robot, and that will just test to see if this existing robot is equal to another existing robot that by default does not have a wardrobe. So looks like that's true, which makes sense, but this is hard to test on a robot that is wearing a wardrobe. So let's look at this. What I want to really do is I want to test to see if this robot is equal to this robot, and it should spit out false. So I can't really easily do that by right-clicking on the robot and doing dot equals. So what I did was I actually made a little helper method. So if you look at the testing notes under the World Wardrobe class, I actually wrote a Boolean test robot equals method, which is inside the World Wardrobe class. And all that's going to do is call the dot equals method from the robot class and test to make sure that one of the robots is equal to the other. So in the world class, one of the first things that you do is you just build and store two robots. You just make one. You could just put in two robots, any type of robots in. It doesn't matter whether they are robots or robot players. It really doesn't matter. As long as you add two robots to the world, this should work just fine. So I made this method, and after I added the two robots to the world, I just want to test the dot equals method and call that inside my helper method, which was test robot equals. So after I make this method, which I won't show you the code, but it is pretty short. It should be maybe just 1 or 2 lines of code at the very most. If you right-click, go to Boolean test robot equals, this should spit out false because this robot is wearing a wardrobe and this one is not wearing anything in the wardrobe. So let's test this out. I just right-click again anywhere in the world and go to Boolean test robot equals. Looks like that gives me false, which is what I want. Now I want to test to see if the robot will ever spit out true if both of these are wearing the same thing. Well, what you'll notice is that I'm going to try to click on this robot, but I can't really easily do it because it's wearing clothes. So what I should do is just remove the items of clothing from the robot, and now I'm going to try to put clothes on the robot. So what I'll do is I'm going to change the head number. I'll change it to 2. And I'll do the same thing with this other robot. So set head number, also change that one to 2. Then I'll go ahead and do that with set torso number. I'll change that to 5. Do the same thing with this robot. So inherited from robot, set torso number to 5. And then I'm going to go ahead, right-click, and set robed to a value. So let's go ahead, right-click, set robe to true. And do the same thing, inherited from robot, set robe to true for the other robot. And if I inspect each of these robots, they should have the same value. So torso number is 5, head number is 2, and then it is robed is true. So these three values are what I wanted. And let's inspect this one, make sure we get the same thing. So it looks like this one, yep, we have the same thing. Torso number and head number and is robot robed are the same for both of those. So it looks like they're true. And so I can actually go ahead and right click now and just see if they're equal. And it looks like they are, which is good. For even a further test, I can just, if you have completed the wear outfit method, you can just click wear outfit and it's going to wear the outfit. Great. Do that. Inherited from robot wear outfit. Oh, look, they're wearing the same outfit. So it looks like they are equal. Let's again test them. Test robot equals. Click in the world, right click in the world, and then see if they're equal. Yep, it looks like that's true. Great. Now let's change one of the items up to make it a little different. So I'm going to actually remove the clothes on this one. And I'm going to make these a little different now. So I'm going to set the head number to something else. I'll just set it to 7 just to make it different. And now if I inspect this robot, it's no longer going to be equal to the other robot. In fact, if I make it wear an outfit, you now know that it's going to have a different head number, which means it has a different mask. So now these should no longer be equal. So if I right click in the world and go to my tester method, Boolean test robot equals, it should be false. So this is how to test the dot equals method using a helper method and also right clicking on the object. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.